Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Claudie Cooks. Well, today I'm doing a really nourishing soup because I've got a bit of a cold and I need to nourish the body. So in this bowl here, I've got some vegetables. It's a soup mix and it's got carrot, sweet, parsnip, all of that goodness. And across here, I've got some salmon pieces and I've got some okra, I've got some garlic, some scotch bonnet, bell peppers, and I've got some spring onions, and I've got celery, I've got parsley, I've got dill, I've got lemon, I've got turmeric, I've got salt, black pepper, coriander, cumin, and I've got in this bowl here, this little bowl here, I've got some oregano and of course some olive oil. And we're just going to cook up some really nice, healthy, nourishing soup for the soul. I hope you pop over in the kitchen with me and we're going to cook up a really nice, nourishing vegetable soup with some salmon pieces. Let's start off by adding some oil to a heated pan, about 1.5 tablespoons. And to the pan we're going to add some celery. I've got 2 chopped celery here, some bell peppers, and 4 chopped spring onions. Half a tablespoon of chopped ginger. Give that a little stir. And we're going to let those sweat for about 2 minutes before I come back and add the garlic and the few spices. We are back and it's 2 minutes. I'm going to start adding the rest of the vegetables. 3 cloves of chopped garlic, and I'm adding 1.5 tablespoons of dill and parsley. And I'm just going to give that a little mix to combine all those delicious and wonderful flavors. Right. To that, I'm going to be adding 1/2 teaspoon of ground coriander, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin seeds, and 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric. And we're going to give that another mix, because we don't want those spices to burn, okay, because that wouldn't be any good for our soup. Right, and now I'm going to add 600 grams of soup mixed vegetable, and like I said before, that's things like carrots, sweet, and turnip. That's what I had in my freezer, so that's what I'm using. What I had in my fridge and in the freezer spurred me on to make this soup, because I've got a bit of cold and I'm trying to nourish myself back to wellness. We're going to cover that and we're going to let that, do what it needs to do for about 5 minutes, and then I'll be back. Right, it's time to add the stock. I didn't add any vegetable stock, so I'm using chicken stock, and that's 1 3/4 pounds. There. I'm gonna give that a little stir, and I'm gonna add some salt. I'm using pink Malayan salt, but use whatever salt you have, and it's salt to taste. Of course, I'm gonna add some black pepper, and I'm gonna add scotch bonnet pepper. It's a flavor thing as well, but it's also a little bit of heat, you know, because the time is cold and I'm trying to get my cold better. We're going to bring that to a nice boil, and then we're going to cover it, and then we're going to simmer it for 5 minutes before I add the salmon, the okra, and the rest of the other things. It smells lovely already, and it looks good too. Look at that beautiful color. You can tell it's gonna be all good for you. Right, I'm adding an extra 1/4 pint of boiling water, and now we're gonna put the lid on and we're gonna let that simmer for about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, this is 8 minutes. I'm just going to check vegetables to make sure they cook. And just to note, I add a bay leaf in here as well, and I found some pumpkin that one of my sisters gave to me from her garden, so I've just thrown it in there because it was in the freezer. Okay, some more extra goodness. Right, I'm just gonna check this to see where the seasoning at. We need to add some salt, and I'm gonna add a bit more black pepper, and now I'm going to add some frozen broccoli that I also found in a bag in my fridge. So I'm ramping up all the nutrients here, and we're gonna add my okra. Now for the salmon, that is rich in B6 and B12, and it's high in selenium, and that is a mineral that supports the healthy metabolism of our body. And some lemon zest, and we're going to give that a little stir, and we're gonna let that simmer for about 5 minutes. So in that pot we have so much goodness that is going to nourish our body, and that's going to help us to fight off all the colds and the flus that's going around at the moment. So you're going to get well protected by everything here that's in that pot. It's a pot of goodness. Right, so I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to let that simmer for 5 minutes, and we've got it on medium to low heat. Okay, right, I forgot, I've got 1/2 teaspoon here of oregano. It's gonna give us some added flavor. Right, so we're gonna put that lid back on. We're gonna let that do its stuff now. Okay, that's 5 minutes ago, and I'm going to switch the heat off. Okay, and now I'm adding 1/2 of a lemon juice for some acidity and freshness, because I've already included the lemon zest, and you know that adds some natural oils, and it gives the soup a bit of sweet citrusy flavor. And now we're adding the juice that's a bit more acid, you know, have a bit more natural acid and tartness to it. And now we're gonna add some more dill and parsley. Give that a little, just a gentle mix, because we don't want to break up the salmon pieces. Right, I'm going to taste to make sure everything is good. Oh wow, I can taste that lemony and citrusy flavor, and I can taste everything, the dill, the parsley, and that little hum from the scotch bonnet, and the flavour that's been released from the salmon pieces. Oh my goodness me, it tastes amazing. And there you have it, guys, my tonic in a pot for you. I'm going to let that cool before I serve up, so when it's cooled down a little bit, I will come back. Doesn't that look healthy and delicious? And just to add a bit of flourish to the end of that, I'm just gonna add a bit of homemade nut-free pesto. So this is optional, but I have it. I'm just gonna put that over it, and I'm gonna sprinkle a little touch of lemony sumac. Wow, doesn't that look amazing? I am super chuffed with this because I know it's gonna be good for me, and it will be good for you too. So enjoy and let me know what you think. If you love fish and you love salmon, then you're really gonna appreciate the goodness that is in this bowl for you. So enjoy and let me know. Time to dive in with my spoon. Honestly, this tastes so fresh. You know, the lemon and the lemon zest just really elevate this dish. It's not fishy. You can taste the dill, you can taste the coriander, and you can also taste the oregano. It's absolutely delicious, and you can get that hint of the scotch bonnet. It's really yummy. Enjoy.